Singapore, over 6,000 riders took part in the community rides of the OCBC Cycle, the Sportive Ride and the Straits Times Ride, at the Singapore Sports Hub on Sunday morning, November 19. Both rides flagged off along Nicole Highway and ended under the dome of the National Stadium, taking participants past landmarks such as Gardens by the Bay, Marina Bay Sands and the Singapore Flyer. The cyclists, both OCBC Cycle veterans as well as first-timers, were impressed with the safety elements of the ride, with rider Fung Wei Sheng, who cycled in the 42 km sportive ride, praising the improvements in route planning. The 35-year-old, who is self-employed and participating in his fifth OCBC cycle, told the Straits Times, "In the first 2 years that I took part, the route was not very well planned and there were a lot of congestion points, but as the years went by, I think, the organizers, really improved after receiving feedback for us. There aren't many choke points, which means fewer accidents." Backed by OCBC for the 9th straight year, the OCBC Cycle is Singapore's largest mass cycling event. Sunday's The Straits Times Ride was flagged off by STS Executive Editor Sumiko Tan. Sport Singapore Chief Executive Officer Lim Teck Yin and OCBC Bank's Chief Financial Officer Darren Tan were present as well. First-time participant Davyi Bide, who cycled in the sold-out Straits Times Ride, enjoyed his maiden experience in a mass cycling event. The 15-year-old student is keen to return for next year's event, adding, "I enjoyed the challenge of going faster and further, as well as the atmosphere and non-competitiveness was quite encouraging. The most difficult part was at the Shears Bridge as going uphill was pretty tough, but otherwise it was a pretty fun ride." The 2-day OCBC cycle concludes with the community rides, after the competitive Southeast Asia Speedway Championship and kids rides were held on Saturday.